Hi guys, my name is Adi. Here I'm going to share something to you. I hope that whatever that I share, it could be useful thing for us, especially for me. Well, one of the common question I receive from my student is about how to stay motivated to learn. How do we keep our spirit to study hard and study, always study, keep going. Well, surprisingly, this is more a problem with learning environment than a problem with the learners. How could it be? I think you ever noticed that? How the children can't sit down for even 5 minutes to read a book, but they can sit down for an hour or more just playing PlayStation or watching movie. What? So the problem is not on the children, but the problem is on the situation. Well, so the question is how to create the learning situation that can motivate us always. Right. Okay. Here, I have a question for you. What are the things that cannot be forgotten in this world? What? Girl? Oh no, don't think about girl. Money? No, it's not money. Yeah, it's money. Second one is money. You know money, right? But I'll make it specify. Can be forgotten is not only. But debt, right? It has something to do with money, and I make it specify this is debt. Just imagine that you have debt. For example, I'm sure that you have debt to someone, even 500 rupiah, then you will always remember it. if you are not, is it to get lost, or if you are not absent-minded, always, of course you will remember your debt. Sometimes we do not care about the amount of how much it is, but if we think about that, right? If we think about that, we have to look for money or look for the thing that could be used to pay off our debt, right? And of course, in our mindset, our activity, we always encourage ourselves. Oh, I have to pay off my debt. I have to pay off my debt. Right? I think everybody in this world don't want to have a debt, right? So it is right that the most richest man in the world is the person who has no debt, right? Yeah. So like this, you just think. If you do not open your book, it's your debt. If you do not read a lot, it's your debt. If you do not practice your speaking, it's your debt. If you are feeling lazy to do something, if you do not memorize vocabulary, or if you keep on your laziness and do not want to move on, it's your debt as well. So everything is your debt if you don't want to do the good thing. Right? Just put it in your mind and take it deeply and just imagine that, oh, I got a lot of debt. Then you should pay it off. You should pay your debt, right? After you finish your study, then you pay your debt. But in some other time you feel you haven't studied yet, then you have to pay off your debt as well. So the debt is the unforgettable thing in the world that could motivate you. That's my versions. I don't know what is your versions. That's only some tips how to stay motivated to learn. Well, what else? Okay, I think that's all for my confirmation, my tips today.